Hello! So it's the end of my first week here at Germany. It's Sunday morning, and where do you think I am? Of course. I had to find my Starbucks as soon as I got here. I found it last week. It wasn't that far away. It's actually in a nice little mall, so I get to shop around when I come here, have some coffee, do some homework. The internet is not as free as I thought. I think you get like 1 hour free if you purchase something and they send you a pin to your phone, but being from America, the pin never made it to my phone. So I usually don't use the internet here. It's very strange here in Germany in terms of internet access. Even at work, no internet access. We work without it. Actually, one of the guys here has one of the 3G USB keys he plugs in, and he shares out his internet, and we all share one USB 3G key. Mine doesn't always connect, so I go the entire day without internet access until I get back to the hotel. And then you get back to the hotel, and it's not really high speed. I mean, it goes faster than, of course, dial-up, but it's nowhere near the high speed we're used to back in the States. So I guess internet access here is a premium. I've been staying in Hanover and working in Wolfsburg, which is about an hour apart from each other. To get to Wolfsburg, I had to drive on the Autobahn. Crazy. Someone like me should not be allowed to drive on the Autobahn. First of all, when I first drove on it, I was scared to death. I white-knuckled the whole thing. It was just crazy. I've never driven that fast. I was driving about 160 kilometers an hour, which is 85, 90, a little over 90 miles an hour, which started making me nervous, so I wasn't going much faster. And people were passing me like I was standing still. It was ridiculous. Scary. So it took me a little time. It takes about an hour to get to work. Once I left work, very scary again, driving back on the Autobahn, but now in the dark, and people are still driving as fast as they can. I think the most I've ever made it up to is 180 kilometers per hour, which is, I don't know, 110 miles per hour probably is about all it is. Every kilometer per hour is 0.66 miles per hour, so you do the math. I'm just amazed at driving that fast. Now the thing is, of course the first couple of days I was scared, but I'm an adrenaline junkie, so now that I'm used to it, it's dangerous. Going back to the States and driving 60, 70 miles per hour is going to be laughable. I'm going to have to watch myself when I get back to the States and make sure that I don't get any speeding tickets. Ugh. The work is good. There's lots to do. It's busy. Tight schedule. Lots of pressure right now. Lots of things to deliver on, but I like going to places that are busy and keep us occupied the entire day. The days have been long. They have been late. But, like I said, as long as I'm busy and not just sitting around looking pretty like I often do, then I'm fine with that. The guys that I work with were really worried about my 1 hour commute every morning and every evening when we left. They don't know that I'm used to driving 2.5 hours one way to get to work, and that I had done that for almost a year. So 1 hour to me, whoa, sorry for the noise, I'm in the Starbucks. The 1 hour for me wasn't much, but I am trying to move hotels. Wolfsburg is on the way to Berlin, and I found out while I'm here in Germany, the Hustler Ball is happening in Berlin next week. So I'm very anxious to attend. I have to make sure everything's going to work out. I'm trying to get at the Holiday Inn in Wolfsburg. The problem with any of the hotels in Wolfsburg, there's nothing in Wolfsburg, nothing. There's, a few hotels, and they're always booked. All the hotels are always booked, not solid, but there's like one particular day of the week that they all are either full or have the rooms reserved for special guests or something like that. So you can't make a consistent reservation. So I finally called the Holiday Inn the other day, because the Holiday Inns here in Germany, by the way, are much different than the Holiday Inns in America. Very nice. They're 4-star, what Americans consider 4-star. They're not like Holiday Inn Express / there's a bed, there's a TV. They're nice hotels, indoor pools, all that good stuff. So I'm trying to get into the Holiday Inn. I called yesterday. I told them that I'd be staying from Monday, tomorrow, October 12th, all the way till November 25th. And I think they're trying to get me in. They have to call the manager and make sure that there's actually room. The manager on duty has to be there to approve it, so I have to call back this morning and see if I'm going to get in. Because well, the woman was supposed to call me back, and she said, oh, they said to call back in the morning. Well, I called the U.S. reservation line to make reservations in Germany, and I'm thinking, since it's noon here already and she hasn't called me, she may have forgotten that we're 6 hours ahead. So she needs to make sure that she calls in the morning Germany time. So we'll have to check that out. That would be good. But I'd have to stay checked into that hotel, as I agreed, until November 25th, which is when I'll get to fly home for Thanksgiving. The problem with that is if I travel to Berlin and go to get a hotel or something, I can't charge it to EMC. You know, I could have been floating around hotels here, and as long as I wasn't staying in 2 rooms at any one time, it's on the company's dime. But now if I go to Berlin, I guess I'll just have to do it on my own, which is fine. I mean, I have enough Marriott rewards points. I could probably make it to Berlin and stay for the weekend and really not pay any money other than whatever I'd use besides the room. So, should be fine. I have a car. Okay, we already talked about the car, obviously, because I'm at the Autobahn. But when I'm staying in Hanover here, I don't use the car much. All the nice little shops are within walking distance, which is another reason why I decided to stay in Hanover during the weekends. All those other guys, they get to go home every weekend and see their families. I'm here in Germany, so I wanted to be someplace where there was stuff within walking distance, people to see, things to do, etc. Wolfsburg doesn't have that. Wolfsburg really is nothing but the Volkswagen plant, a couple little shops, you know, enough to get the small town by and keep the Volkswagen plant in business. But it's nice. So here in Hanover, though, there are a lot of shops. Hanover's a very healthy place too, it seems. Everybody's running all the time, and I talked to someone, I think it was my coworker, Michael Collins, and he told me that Hanover is a place where a lot of people travel to come to the running trails and the biking trails, and I guess they have a football team here? I think it's football. Well, soccer, whichever. 96 is the name of the team. It's the home team here. So they're very spirited about their football team. And as a matter of fact, when I checked into the hotel, there was a whole bunch of fans staying at the hotel because there was a game that night, and they won. Yay! So, you know, there's lots of things to see and do here, which is much better than being in Wolfsburg with nothing to do. Other than that, not much is going on. The health kick is rubbing off on me. I guess that's where I was going with that. I'm staying at the Marriott, and there's a nice little lake with a 5K jogging trail around it, and I've jogged around that one full time. I've done the treadmill once, and then I started the 100 push-ups program. Grant and I are supposed to be doing that also, but he hasn't started yet, so I think I have a couple days ahead of him. It hurts. Those push-ups hurt. I hate push-ups. I hated them when I was in the military. I hate them still, but you can tell they're working. My chest hurts. My chest is getting a little bigger just from push-ups, but I hate them. So I'm going to try and stay in shape, or get into shape. As much weight as I thought I had gained in Paris, I actually lost 2 pounds when I got back to weigh myself, and here in Germany, I'm eating healthier and I'm exercising. So I hope to look really good. I bought, winter party. Winter party's coming up in February, and I reserved my hotel room already, and I'm going to buy my winter party tickets for February, or actually it's in March this year. I'm going to buy my tickets next payday. Have to set my dates aside on the calendar, so I'll be in Florida for the winter party. I already have the hotel room. I invited my friend Eddie, and we're going to invite our friends Zach and Mark to go with us. It should be a great time. I should be ready to cut loose because I will have been in Europe for over 6 months by then. Anyway, I'll keep you posted about Germany and about getting into the Holiday Inn. I took some pictures so everyone can see what it looks like here, and I'll send those along. Talk to you later.